In the world, we all know, as sports entertainment, there are qualifications, there are rewards, where quality actually meant something in the value of your product, and quality was a thing. Does that reflect in today's product known as the WWE? I'm not sure. I'm only one person, and I only have one saying. Enjoy life and enjoy wrestling. This is all of our opinions. Good evening, everybody. Yes, it is that time once again. Put it up, my horsemen. We are back. It is the NoDQGalaxy panel with a new part of the crew tonight, too. Bringing you once again simple insight and outlook to all things wrestling, of course. And that includes the WWE, too. Please note that the reflections of our opinions does not change when it comes to the corporate values of this company, but from a morality standpoint, at the end of the day, these are all human beings just like us trying to work at the end of the day to achieve their dreams and provide for their families. Thank you. That being said, we are here, of course, to give you our insights and takes on Survivor Series. One of the big four that used to matter a whole lot more back in the day. Since I was born in 1992, it used to be one of my most looked forward pay-per-views. Not so much the case anymore. That being said, I've rambled on enough. Allow me to introduce you to the panel tonight. First off, longtime member and friend of the NoDQGalaxy. What's up, brother? It's, of course, Mr. Christopher Rotz, doing very well, might I add, in the NoDQGalaxy Predictions League. And Dr. Brad, real quick, I'm going to mute because I couldn't play audio from that. Chris, how are you this evening?
I am doing good. I'm getting ready for Survivor Series. If I have to give this a rate, scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna say a 5 for me because of the value of the brand supremacy stuff with Raw and SmackDown. It needs to go. It don't matter anymore. And if I have to pick, the match I'm looking forward to is definitely Charlotte versus Becky Lynch on Sunday.
All right, fair enough. With me, of course, tonight is the leader, founder, creator of Meltdown 316. I'll tell you what that means. It's, of course, my good friend, Jeff Chadwick. Jeff, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight?
I'm tired, but I'm here, and that's all that matters. Shout out to Kylie Ray. Take care of your health. And with us for the first time ever of the NoDQGalaxy Prediction Panel, and I'm sure it will not be the last, and definitely more often going forward, is, of course, he is a role model. He is a true doctor. He is an all-elite professional wrestling fan, too, and one of my great friends. I am proud to welcome Dr. Bradley Campbell, Farm D. Driving, again, focus on safety first. Couldn't be happier to have you part of the family, finally, my friend. I know right now you are currently dealing with a bigger priority, and I suggest you stay focused. But if you can, tell us, how are you?
I'm doing great. Actually, having you guys on, on this stream while I'm driving, I kind of feel like I'm Batman radio in the Batcave right now. So, I feel like I'm kind of in like a comic book, which is, kind of cool, but I get to talk wrestling, which is something that y'all know I love doing. So yeah, we're gonna talk some pro wrestling. We're gonna see how Survivor Series goes, along with the who survives the WWE purge, so to say.
Got more sequels than the Purge movie series. And I feel like they've caused more casualties than the actual movie series itself, and that says something. But again, that'll be a conversation for a different time. Stay tuned for the next Wrestling Roundtable, of course, on Meltdown 316, where this and so much more will be covered. Your weekly dose, an hour or so, maybe a little bit more, on all things wrestling. With that being said, gentlemen, let's go ahead and get right into the prime setup for the night. And for those that are watching live or on demand, please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. And know that your opinions matter too. So join the NoDQGalaxy League. The link to the form is in the description down below, and your opinions can matter there as well as we enter the second to last event of the 2021 League, Survivor Series, followed by War Games. Not TakeOver, not Regal impersonated. Makes me sad. We'll deal with that later. Okay, gents, let's go ahead and talk about what we're here tonight for. Survivor Series. So yes, once again, it's the time where Raw and SmackDown's best, allegedly, go up against each other in the name of brand supremacy and bragging rights, where pretty much that catchphrase doesn't mean a damn this year, because we've had teams hotshot booked and literally shouted out on Twitter. Now, I could rant about this all night, but I'm not here to do that. We're simply here to predict, discuss, and analyze. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We will start with simply the mid-card championship match, which of course puts Boogs champion Nakamura representing SmackDown as the Intercontinental Champion, taking on the man whose name will live in infamy, as long as he holds on to that title. In his own words, Damian Priest. The first battle of Raw versus SmackDown here, defining who is the better champion to elevate and be the workhorse of their respective brand, or at least what these titles used to be, considering Nakamura's only had one dark-out defense. But I digress. That being said, Jeff, let's start with you on this one. Who you got first in this match?
Well, you speak of champions. I mentioned this earlier on the before we went live. Got my Braves shirt, Braves hat on. Congratulations to them. I gotta go with Priest on this one. As much as I love Nakamura, I just believe that Priest is on such a freaking hot streak lately. I mean, I don't see him losing. With that said, that's who I'm going with is Damian Priest over Shinsuke.
All right. Chris, I think he basically summed it up to a T. You look at Damian Priest's run lately in the United States Championship, putting out bangers and no disqualification bouts as well. He's been a defending champion. Recently got off a hot rivalry against Sheamus, while Nakamura more so has been circulating his body. Well, I remember at one point he was King of Strong style. Your thoughts on this match? Do you agree or disagree with Jeff?
I agree with my buddy Jeff. I think Damian Priest is going to win. They've been pushing Damian Priest a lot ever since he became the United States Championship at SummerSlam when he took the championship off of Sheamus, And I really enjoyed Damian Priest as United States Champion. With Shinsuke, he only had one title defense. He needs to have more title defenses than just one. So in my opinion, Damian Priest is getting the win here, and his name is going to live forever.
Or at least as long as he holds on to the United States Championship till we see somebody else step up towards it. Dr. Bradley, before you give your opinion, allow me to dissect in the NoDQGalaxy. Thank you to those who so far filled out the form. You still have time to join this league for the first time and continue your run. I know Christopher Rods and people like Ashley Reynolds and Charlene and the analyst Michael Wayne, they're literally up there in like the top 5. It's anybody's game at this point. Good luck to everybody who's been involved. Maybe I'll have a picture of the league graphic by the end of this thing too. So far in some of the responses from the NoDQGalaxy, it is unanimous, Dr. Brad, that everybody believes that Damian Priest will rise in infamy above the King of Strong style and defeat the Intercontinental Championship, that beautiful decadent belt on white leather at one point. It was the workhorse title. It was the stepping stone. It was the gateway to challenging towards the world title, and it made so many top stars from it too, and necessarily never even got to that title or claimed it, but still made a name for themselves through this picture as well. That being said, that's just my outlook of the Intercontinental versus United States, where I thought the United States were at its highest point during the John Cena Open Challenge. Anyway, Dr. Brad, who gets it here, Raw or SmackDown, Damian Priest or Nakamura?
Well, I've got to echo the sentiments of my fellow colleagues on our discussion tonight. I think Priest is going to get the win, and I'm going to chime in on the history of both of these men. You know, Nakamura has had a lot of great matches in WWE. He's had some great moments, but if you think about it,
seems like some of the big pay-per-view, he's not gotten a victory when it's had to count. Damian Priest has had he had a great WrestleMania moment, teaming with Bad Bunny, defeating The Miz. He's had a strong run overall. I think that momentum is going to carry into Survivor Series. He's going to get the victory at the end of the day.
All right. Honestly, I feel like this is the easiest match of the night to call because, again, if you look at the champion that's put in more of the work, who's been the stronger presented, who's taken on more challengers, and who I feel like has more to challenge him towards, Damian Priest crosses off all the boxes. So, yeah, we got Damian Priest. That was pretty simple. All right, let's go ahead and move on from mid-card picture to the tag team picture, as we have RK Bro taking on they're the ones, the Usos. Probably the only team on SmackDown Live. You really are the ones. That being said, RK Bro, they've had a death grip on the gold ever since overcoming AJ and Omos, not once, but twice. And as far as the Usos, it's the Usos. What more do I need to say? Multiple time tag team champions. They have owned every division they've ever been a part of. And right now they have the SmackDown division on lockdown, or lack thereof. That being said, I look at what's the biggest story to come out of this match here. Bloodline. You have to really own up to what you stand for, lest you anger RK Bro. Randy Orton says Matt Riddle needs a technical difficulties. Oh, don't worry. He's going to be coming back in a few, folks. By the way, shout out to the other member of the NoDQGalaxy and the Horsemen, Art the Griff Reviews. Hope everything is good for you and your family, bro. Stay safe. Love to hear your opinions. It takes two. Look forward to talking professional wrestling with you again very soon. I hope everything's okay. I haven't heard from him. That's why I always, show conscious sincerity. Something that
I haven't either.
Really learned. Anyway, as we wait for the doctor to come back here, I look at it again. RK Bro. The biggest story here, Matt Riddle. You need to focus. Orton says the only thing he cares about is this team. Will Riddle care enough, based on what Orton says, to back up his best friend's bravado and make him proud too and plot the win here? Or will the Usos make an example out of RK Bro, not only saying why they're the ones, but they are the best tag team in all of the WWE? Shit. Man, I tell you, WWE must really hate us doing things here. That being said, while I wait for them to come back in here, again, folks, technical difficulties, stuff happens. Chris, your thoughts on this match? SmackDown versus Raw again. Usos or RK Bro?
I personally believe this is going to be an entertaining match between RK Bro and the Usos. I'm looking forward to it. This match could easily steal the show come Sunday night. With that being said, I'm going to go with the Usos to pick up the win here because I know Randy Orton keeps on pounding it to Riddles and says he only cares about this team and the championship. I personally believe that when we get to the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season, I could actually see Riddle turning heel on Randy Orton and having Randy Orton as the baby face and Riddle as the heel going into their one-on-one match at the Rumble or Mania. But I'm going to have to go with the Bloodline, the Usos to win here.
It's funny you call Matt Riddle being the one to go heel, really trying to take a page out of Randy Orton's playbook where he doesn't play with others and don't trust anyone. I can turn my back on you out of nowhere. But I still figure about the most logical thing here to me sounds like Orton turning heel because Orton is just a jerk, period. He's meant to be heelish, in my opinion. I can't really see Orton as face. It just doesn't work, in my opinion. So that being said, I do echo the same sentiments as far as the outcome goes because when it comes to the Bloodline, they are the ones, and the Usos, they pretty much own every tag team in the entire WWE. RK Bro really got nothing to show as far as who could challenge them next for the gold. At least I could see some sort of New Day program on SmackDown, despite the fact being a retcon, but whatever. Majority of the NoDQGalaxy actually agrees with us so far. 71% believe in the Usos, while 26% believe in RK Bro. So again, I feel the biggest thing here is, will we get the angle of RK Bro finally breaking down from within? Jeff, your thoughts?
Well, with a little bit of dissension in the ranks, I could see that, but I don't think I don't think it's the end of RK Bro. Not it. I mean, they're going through the phases right now. Still getting used to tagging together because they really haven't been together for that long. And with that being said, the Usos, of course, well, they've been together their whole lives, and they know each other very well. So excellent tag partners, nonetheless. So my pick is the Usos. I don't see. I really don't see any more than normal, I guess you could say, dissension in the ranks when it comes to RK Bro. They'll get over this speed bump and they'll be fine come Monday. I do want to let you know though that Brad did message me. He says he'll be back on in a few. His brother ended up calling him, which messed up his stream, so he will be back. So I just wanted to pass the message along.
And I appreciate that. And no problem. Again, priorities before passions. Family always comes first, and your safety comes first too. Family while driving. I think it all speaks for itself, just like that match. All right, well, good stuff. And I'm sure he'll be back in time to definitely give us his standpoints too. So let's go ahead and move on from there into. I'm going to switch things up a bit because this is NoDQGalaxy. This is not NoDQ. I don't have to go in the same order. My video, my role. Let's go ahead and talk about one of the Survivor Series 5-on-5 traditional elimination matches that are always the trademark, or at least they were at one point, of the whole show that really define a lot towards the Royal Rumble, the road to WrestleMania, and who you really think could be that next top star to own the year. Of course, I'm talking about 2022. Then again, with Nick Khan, this might be their last match in WWE for all we know, too. But I'm not going to think like that for now. Let's just go ahead and talk about this match. The women go at it once again on Raw and SmackDown 5-on-5. As representing Team Raw, we have Queen Selena, Carmella, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair taking on Team SmackDown's The Boss, Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades, Shotzi Blackheart, to hell with WWE naming convention. I know her whole name, damn it. The Queen of Hearts, Natalya, and of course, now newly added, Toni Storm. Okay, this is the most oddfellows pairing of tag teams I've seen in a long damn time. I'm not even sure where to begin as far as breaking it down, so I'm just going to shut up. Jeff, you're first. Break down these teams and your thoughts and who you think, first off, which brand will win this match, and secondly, as part of our bonus point this year in NoDQ, who's eliminated first?
Well, first off, you look at the two teams, and they're pretty well evenly matched. I mean, I think you'll find that I would have to probably give the edge to Team Raw, even though Team SmackDown acquired Toni Storm, which is a great pick for that team, mind you. I'm glad to see that she's getting some TV time and getting on a pay-per-view. So, I mean, that's awesome. So it may be Tony time, but I don't think it's Tony time come Survivor Series. I've got the women's side. I got Team Raw winning. And my personal opinion, there'll be two left on Team Raw. And those two would be Liv Morgan and it would be Bianca Belair.
All right, interesting. But who do you think is getting eliminated first? You mentioned Toni Storm a lot, saying it's not her time. Are you saying she's going to get eliminated first?
No. She's not going to get eliminated first. What I meant by that is like as far as the team goes. I don't think it's Tony time as far as the team. First one eliminated, it's going to go on Team Raw. I think it's going to be Carmella. to be honest with you. Because the minute she puts on that mask, I mean, I got a gut feeling like she puts on that mask, she turns around, gets rolled up, gone. So the early disadvantage for Team Raw, but I think with the strength that Team Raw actually has, that's, I think, is what's going to make them prevail in this match.
All right, good analysis. Chris, before you give your thoughts, I'll go ahead and let you know that the NoDQGalaxy is pretty much split down the middle. 42% believe in Team SmackDown, while 57% does believe in Jeff when it comes to Team Raw. And as far as responses for first eliminated, Carmella has the most votes, followed by Liv Morgan, Toni Storm, no longer Mystery Woman, and Queen Selena. Your thoughts on this match? Which team wins? Who's the first to go out overall?
Well, this is actually a tough match to pick. This is like, okay, who has the strong team? And I say, okay, SmackDown has the strong women's side of things. With Team Raw, it's like you have a Queen, you have Carmella, you have Rhea Ripley, you have Bianca Belair, and then you have Liv Morgan. Thank you
Yeah.
for putting the mask thing up. And I personally believe, with my thinking, is I feel in a way is going to be split of the night on for the men and women. They're both going to each get a point, like both get a win. I could say Team Raw is going to get the win for the women's side of things.
All right.
As of now, I have Team Raw as of now. For the women, first eliminated is, I'm going with the first eliminate. The first one's going to get eliminated is Carmella, because I want to see Corey Graves cry his eyes out
Oh.
when his precious Carmella gets eliminated. I want to see what he's going to say. And I feel the sole survivor, I feel there's going to be at least 2 or 3 of them. I see Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan as the sole survivors.
All right, interesting takeaways. I must say, looking at this match, as I put up the graphic and give my brief retort and pick, I do agree with y'all. When I look at these two teams, I look at, okay, who's got more women that actually have something for them going forward based on what I've seen in booking, despite the fact changing day and night. And I look at particularly 2 people. Bianca Belair, still the strongest booked woman overall, it seems, between Raw and SmackDown. And the up-and-coming, everybody wants to succeed, Liv Morgan, who we know has a title match eventually coming up with Becky Lynch. I think that's pretty much affirmed. When I look at the rest of these, yeah, I think you're hit the nail on the head. Between who's going to be eliminated first, I definitely have Carmella as my first ballot. Following that could be Queen Selena, because her ego could get bigger than her crown, especially she's got a southern accent, whatever that means. And as far as the SmackDown side, if you're going to pick someone to be eliminated first from there, I mean, could it be the real unknown to the WWE Universe and Toni Storm? Could it be the veteran Natalya, who always gets the short end of the staff? Could it be Naomi, who tries to get one up on Sonya Deville and says, screw SmackDown, I'm going to cost Shayna because I'm going to get back at that bitch. So that being said, I am going to say that Team Raw gets the win here, and first eliminated between Queen Selena and Carmella. The mask thing, if that mask thing comes into play immediately, I think you all hit the nail on the head. I'm going to agree with you there. I think it is going to be Carmella. I think originally I said Queen Selena, but the mask thing, I just can't. So I think everybody's pretty much on point there. All right, let's go ahead and change gears now to the what the hell not. I mean, it might be literally the match with the most interest in the entire show due to controversial reasons when you think about their heat. Is it shoot or is it real or is it kayfabe? You decide. As we have Battle of the Women Championships. The Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, taking on the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. And ironically, this is actually the most built match on the freaking show that feels like it has real heat towards it with a number of factors. With Charlotte Flair and her whole locker room morale and cooperation versus Becky Lynch leading by example, but also being the pompous heel champion now on Monday Night Raw, which I really have not gotten into. She's come back since SummerSlam. But when I think about the quality that these two can bring in the ring, whether against each other or on their own, this definitely could be the match of the night. And honestly, it could go either way. But I do think back to when Charlotte Flair took on somebody she could not beat to the point she let her temper get the better of her and whack the hell out of her with a kendo stick. We've also seen Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair go at it one-on-one countless times. It's Charlotte Flair in the first place that gave us Becky Lynch the man to begin with. So much now, Becky Lynch is not really the man. She is just a figurehead. This one could go either way, but thinking about the future. Again, thinking about who's got something going for them still. Charlotte Flair has no competition right now on SmackDown. Nobody looks like they're gunning for her. Nobody looks like they could gun for her. Becky Lynch has to set a point and send a statement to Liv Morgan particularly, because that's the big program they're clearly building on Monday Night Raw for the women's division. So because of that continuation, I am simply going to say that Becky Lynch, whether DQ because Charlotte Flair loses her temper, or whether by heelish maneuvers, maybe she tries to outplay the daughters of the dirtiest player in the game, I am going to say that Becky Lynch gets the win here. And so far, the NoDQ Galaxy pretty much is majorly on the side of Becky Lynch, 85%. A little under 50% believe in Charlotte Flair. All right. Chris, you're up first. Who gets it? Becky or Charlotte? Don't tell me it's going to be a double DQ or a double count.
It will not be a double thing, but they are actually renewing their rivalry that goes way back when they first came to WWE on the main roster. They are renewing their anticipated rivalry, and it took that one slap at SummerSlam of 2018 to turn Becky into the man. And here's the thing. This match has a lot of hype going into it because of their confrontation that they had backstage immediately after SmackDown went off the air. And I personally believe this is a real life storyline that's been happening with both Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. And personally, I just want Becky to just slap Charlotte Flair right in the mouth again and just shut her up. I'm getting so fed up that WWE puts Charlotte in title matches after title matches after title matches and putting her on as a top champion in WWE. Come on now. She's a Flair, for crying out loud. And I'm not liking how WWE puts champions on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair reminds me of how WWE puts championships on Brock Lesnar. That's how I feel about Charlotte Flair. But I'm going to tell you for this pay-per-view, for this match that I'm looking forward to, if this match does be the main event or be in the middle of the show, whatever, Becky Lynch is going to defeat Charlotte Flair, and Becky's going to have a statement that she is big-time Bex.
All right. Brad, welcome back. Good to see you safely home. We're currently talking about the women's match between Raw and SmackDown, particularly the top-tier women, the champions, as they put them forward. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Your thoughts on this match? This definitely has been a hostile build, to say the least.
Yeah. I can, and the thing is, it's getting a lot of attention, those two ladies, between Becky and Charlotte. They're both kind of your alpha competitors, so to say. Both are great in the ring. Both have a solid reputation, not just with the fans, but within WWE. There's a lot going into this match. There's a lot of very strong opinions about who should walk out the champion. Not really sure what's been discussed so far. Haven't been here to hear everybody else's thoughts, but personally, I'm pulling for the man. I'm hoping she pulls out the victory.
All right, fair enough. And we'll definitely get your thoughts regarding what we talked about, the Women's Survivor Series match, and then we talked about the team. And I think that's it so far.
Usos
again, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that. But first, Jeff, your thoughts towards this. At this point, Charlotte Flair, she's literally just holding a belt, and she doesn't even want to seem to hold this belt. We saw the whole belt exchange where she literally just – now, in my opinion, I can understand maybe where she's coming from, but at the end of the day, you work for a place that tells you what to do. You sign your soul to the devil. You do what you got to do. So say what you will about that moment. And yes, maybe the championships do not mean as much as they want used to on both brands respectively. But at least Becky's got one challenger winning in the wings. Charlotte's got nothing because it sounds like nobody wants to work with Charlotte Flair. Ironically, could we be looking at Charlotte Flair's last big-time match in WWE based on what we've been hearing, even though she's signed for a while to come? Your thoughts on this match? Who takes it?
Honestly, I'm sick and tired of seeing these two go at it. I was hoping that there was going to be a different matchup, but unfortunately, Charlotte still has the title because, as you said, nobody wants to freaking face her. A part of me doesn't want to bet against the Queen, but my gut is telling me Becky's going to take it. I think that this. I'm hoping that this culminates here, and we see no more of Lynch versus Charlotte. Because yes, it's been going on for years now, and I'm tired of the same match. But no titles are on the line. It's 1-on-1. Honestly, if I was them, I'd bump up the ante a little bit. And I'm not talking about put the titles on the line. I'm talking about make this a street fight. Between the two of these, make it a street fight and have it culminate at Survivor Series. But, Vince doesn't think of these things because he's got to protect his queen. So, anyway, I'm going Lynch on this one.
All right, so we're pretty much all unanimous at this point. Again, very small fraction of the NoDQGalaxy believe that Charlotte Flair will be maybe given the win, because at the end of the day, we all know how the political structure works to a degree in WWE. Before we move on, Brad, give me your thoughts towards RK Bro and the Usos. We all pretty much said the Usos.
Noah.
Yes.
Can I add something to my thinking about the Becky Charlotte thing?
Absolutely.
Well, have you guys noticed that with Becky Lynch, she has been vocal about how she truly feels about her former close friend?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been given. Yeah.
And I'm actually thinking, what if maybe tonight on SmackDown they put both titles on the line, and we might get Becky 2 belts again?
Why do you even have brand warfare? You might as well, like I said, have a white belt with a purple emblem in the middle and combine the two women divisions. We say the tag divisions can be combined, but we've been sick and tired of the damn dines on freaking blueberry cherry velvet. So, I mean, I'm just spitting the facts here, all right? Anyway, don't get me started.
I'll try
Chris,
not to.
I really don't want to see a repeat of WrestleMania 35 with just these two alone. All right? And no, Ronda Rousey is not coming back, people. Get that out of your head. She's a mother. She's a farmer. She's relaxing. She's already told the WWE how she feels, shoot or not. That being said, interesting thought, Chris. I pray to God you're wrong. Brad, before we move on, with all due respect, before we move on, it's on Usos versus RK Bro. And as far as the women Survivor Series match, who do you think needs to win more, the Raw or SmackDown side, in both matters respectively? According to our predictions, the SmackDown Tag Team Champs are going to win, and the Raw Women's side, we feel is more compelled to win. But give us your thoughts towards both of those matches.
Well, as far as the men's go, I feel like the Raw probably needs the victory more, but Usos are probably going to take it. I mean,
how you bet against them?
Exactly. They've been a solid tag team. I mean, really, under the Tribal Chief, they've been dominant. They've been a force to be reckoned with. Jimmy and Jay are excellent in the ring. Those guys can work with just about any tag team in the world right now. They're one of the best tag teams. No matter what wrestling company you watch, those guys know how to throw down.
Can't argue that.
No, it's Usos are taking it. Sorry.
As far as the women's Survivor Series match, which side takes it here? We all said that Raw should, because particularly Bianca Belair and Morgan.
Chris had mentioned possibly even Ripley.
Even though she's one half of the SmackDown, or the women tag team champions with those belts don't even matter. But I digress.
Right.
Yeah. I'm probably saying Raw myself.
There you go.
Just looking at
again, Raw's got more going in their women's side, at least it seems, at least for the championship picture, than SmackDown has anything. I mean, literally, they put 2 of the women on SmackDown that's barely been involved in anything. And it's like, okay, who are you? Because they haven't educated nobody.
Right.
And Sasha, she's more likely going to go back to do more of the Mandalorian. So, yeah, she's gone Hollywood. Sorry, Indigo. All right. So, yeah, now we're back on track. Good deal. Okay, let's go ahead and move on from there. Just because I feel like this has to set up for something later, let's go for this. The men's Survivor Series match, where guess what, folks? It's not even completed at time of recording. I'm gonna make a bold statement right now. They're not even gonna announce the remaining participants tonight on SmackDown. They're gonna announce it on Twitter tomorrow morning. But I digress. So we had Raven. Oh wait, we have Austin Theory, Dominic. Oh wait, we have Bobby Lashley with MVP, Austin Theory, Billy Heelish, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, and the maniacal messiah himself, Seth freaking Rollins, who has a guaranteed WWE Championship opportunity some point yet to be booked when his probably was on day 1. Taking on the SmackDown side, we have Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, probably going to fall on his back eliminated first. King Woods, though he got his crown taken, the most powerful entity in all professional wrestling, vacant, and Happy Corbin. Look, I just said Happy Corbin, I just barfed in my mouth. Anyway, Brad, you haven't started a match off, so I'll leave you with this one here. Which men's side do you see winning? Who needs it more? And who do you think is going to be the first one eliminated? I already got 3 ideas in mind.
All right. Can you throw up the can you throw up the yeah.
Yeah, let that sink in.
This is a toughie.
Considering there's only one face match I add on the Raw side. Just saying.
All right. You know, and we don't know who that last man is going to be on SmackDown. I know who they got
left on SmackDown? Let's be honest. I'm calling it now. It's gonna be freaking Kofi Kingston.
Yeah. I mean, you've already got Xavier in there, so that pretty much is going to be it. You know, the Survivor Series card was put together so fast after Crown Jewel. We know that I mean, Kevin Owens had a recent heel turn on TV, correct?
Yes, he did.
So, okay. Just from the little bit I've read and what I'm looking at on that card right now, I'm kind of leaning towards Team Raw. You got a powerhouse like Bobby Lashley on there. He's had a really solid year. Kevin Owens, he's another great talent they have. That's kind of where I'm sitting at right now.
All right. Who's the first one eliminated, though? Just say Happy Corbin and move on.
Yeah, that's actually who I was going to say. Happy Corbin.
Yeah, we're going to hear some stupid joke, and then he's just going to get booted in the face, we hope, or speared and out of the match. All right. Let's see what the NoDQGalaxy says here. Well, this is interesting. A majority believes that Team SmackDown is going to win, and first eliminated ranges from Austin Theory to Corbin to Jeff Hardy to Kevin Owens. Now, before I hand over to you, Chris, I do want to say this. Kevin Owens is a hothead. What does Kevin Owens have to gain from this match in victory? I'm just saying, there's no stakes here, no ranks. There's no chance of you getting a better number in the Royal Rumble. There's no chance of you getting a championship match. One man's already guaranteed a championship match. So what's Seth Rollins got to prove here? Nothing. I personally see somebody on the Raw side walking out. As far as the SmackDown side, the only real push I could see maybe if they want to revisit this program, because they love retconning, is Drew McIntyre. Even though they've already had a small program with King Woods and Roman Reigns, he literally took the man's crown at this point. So I don't know necessarily what Woods is going to try and garner here, if anything. Can Woods muster up enough to lead this team to victory? Will egos coincide on the Raw side? I look at this match and I'm just going to say this. I actually do have Team SmackDown winning because when I look at SmackDown, I feel they're going to do something with either King Woods or Drew McIntyre to further a future headline with the head of the table, which I will talk into later that probably coincides with, of course, our last match of the night. You look at the Raw side, former WWE champion, Mr. Selfie, Kill Owens Kill, the only babyface here, and Seth Rollins already has a championship match. I don't see this Raw side working out. I see Austin Theory maybe being a bit rambunctious, going in first, getting a selfie. I'm at Survivor Series, Claymore to the face. And that being said, I actually have, good God almighty. It's either going to be Austin Theory or Happy Corbin, in my opinion, that's going to get eliminated first, despite the fact I feel like Jeff Hardy's going to do a swanton bomb and crash and burn, because that's the only reason you got Jeff Hardy involved, I feel like, in this match. Do something extreme, get the crowd pumped. But I'm going to say that because that stupid grin and that stupid guy on the outside. Fine, I'll agree with you. I think Happy Corbin gets eliminated first, but I am going to say that Team SmackDown gets the win here. That's all I got to say about that. Chris, your thoughts?
Well, before we get to my prediction, there's going to be a fatal four-way match taking place tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, where the winner will be the final member on Team SmackDown, and the fatal four-way participants goes as follows: the one and only Ricochet, number 2, the Swiss Cyborg Cesaro.
I like that.
Number 3, we've been talking about this guy in the first match that we did predictions, and that is fella Sheamus. Okay. And number 4, this is a person that, I don't know, won a championship in 2017. Then he had a match at SummerSlam. And he's from, I don't know, India. We got Jinder Mahal.
So much for Kofi.
All right. Modern day Maharaja.
So
Okay.
one of those 4 is going to Survivor Series, and I hope it's either Cesaro or Sheamus that's going to get the win to go to Survivor Series. And I'm going to say I'm going for Team SmackDown to get the win here. And who's going to get the first eliminated is, we've been talking about, Happy Corbin. I actually see maybe Jeff Hardy getting eliminated here first.
Oh. All right. Very interesting point. And as far as Survivor Series, you want to give somebody a standout chance to maybe be a sole survivor or really carry the team towards victory. You definitely invest in someone like Sheamus or Cesaro, particularly Cesaro, because again, Cesaro is so under freaking rated. Such a damn high start of the year, and then so seriously, try and get the man some momentum.
Oh, I forgot my sole survivor.
Just go ahead and talk about it.
Who's going to be my sole survivor is I'm going to have to go with my buddy. I have to go with the guy that defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre as a survivor.
He's the most valid candidate right now in this whole match, a SmackDown side, to challenge Roman Reigns next. And I can definitely see that being revisited. They did face Jarrett back at WrestleMania 35, and that was a sleeper, literally. Jeff, your thoughts on this men's Survivor Series match? Which side takes it, and who gets eliminated first?
Okay, bring up the graphic real quick. I just want to see. Okay, so the person who I thought was going to fill in for the 5th member of Team SmackDown was I had a gut feeling it's one of the ones that Chris had mentioned. I figured it would be Cesaro. He would be a great addition to the team. However, that only puts one heel on the Survivor Series team. So having Sheamus over there makes complete sense too. Mm-hmm. This is really a toss-up. But I'm making a bold statement on this one right now. The last one left for Team Raw is going to be Austin Theory. No, listen to this. You remember when we had the match there where someone was left, Lana was on the step. She didn't come in. She didn't get tagged in. She was one of the last people in the ring. I seriously
Yes,
think,
I do.
listen, I seriously think Austin Theory is going to be the last person standing on Team Raw. And it's going to be the last person standing on Team SmackDown that takes him out, and that will be Drew McIntyre. So
Oh,
Team
okay.
SmackDown is my victors. I wasn't saying that he was going to win. I'm saying the last person for Team Raw to stay in the match will be Austin Theory.
He was on his phone the whole time on the apron, just taking selfies. Like, oh, look at this guy! Look at this guy go!
Hey, he's not going to get eliminated if he's not on the ring on the apron, right? He's not going to get eliminated.
True. You gotta be tagged in.
So,
You're right.
I mean, it makes sense to him be the last one standing for that team. But when you're faced off against someone like Drew McIntyre, possibly even Cesaro on that team still left, and who knows, Woods may actually make it to the end of the match and be one of the ones standing in the ring as part of the winning team. It could happen. He's been on a great streak lately, so I mean, it could very well happen. But I've got SmackDown winning this one. First one eliminated, I've got Owens.
Owens. Okay.
I've got Owens.
Like I said, I feel he's just going to literally walk away. At this point, he literally gives 0 Fs. All right.
And I think it's going to be between Owens and Woods. That's what it's going to go head to head, and Woods is going to end up eliminating Owens, him being the first one gone.
Interesting opener. Again, we'll see what happens.
This also revolves around Big E. So, I mean, it makes sense for Woods to eliminate Owens.
True that, because, again, New Day, brand separation or not, they are a united front, it seems, for life. Which literally leads us to our biggest story and match. But first, Chris, you have something.
Yeah. Since Jeff brought up that interesting point about Austin Theory being the last one standing, if that does happen, can you give Jeff Chadwick a no DQ shirt?
I guarantee you I will.
And I'll even take a selfie. I'll point it at the TV.
I still can't believe how much of a thing that is, but all right. Okay, well, I love the creativity behind that, Jeff. You definitely gave it some food for thought that actually might be intriguing. But let's go ahead and look at come on, it's got to be the main event of the night. He either goes very first or he goes the last. And this is the WWE Champion versus the Universal Champion. No way in hell this is the opener.
No.
It's, of course, I'm talking about Big E taking on the table. And might I add, the longest reigning Universal Champion over a year plus now, Roman Reigns, with, of course, his special counsel, Paul Heyman, in his corner. Well, I'm not really sure what to think about this match besides one thing. Who wins? Simple as that. But again, a Roman Reigns match, you don't look at the result, you look at the story. So what is the biggest story we're going to get out of this? Maybe something coincident with what you said with the whole New Day angle. And does King Woods maybe come in here? Does this match go all to hell like last year? But this time, King Woods comes on behalf of Big E, trading his brand for his ultimate friendship. And do we see the New Day confront the head of the table and his brothers, the Usos? Do we get like a 6-man melee? What sort of chaos is ahead for us here? I'm not even really sure where to begin with this story, but Roman Reigns is winning. There's no doubt about that. Let's see here. Chris got the Roman Reigns shirt, so I think it's only safe to say I should save it for last. Jeff, you're on point first. Your thoughts on this story and this match? What the hell is going to happen? Will something be set up between now and day one? Because, again, there is no December preview. TLC is dead. About damn time. Or are we just going to see Roman Reigns obliterate Big E and somehow make Raw look even weaker than it already is? What's going to happen here?
Well, obliterate, I think that would be going a little too far. I think it's going to be a great match. I mean, I think this is good. This is probably going to be match of the night in my eyes. Because you got two powerhouses, one in Big E and one in Roman Reigns. Each who definitely can back up their words in that ring. And you can see the Usos being there for Roman, and if Kofi is there, you'll see Woods and Kofi on the outside of the ring with Big E. So we could possibly, in some form or fashion, get a 6-man tag out of this at some point down the line, which I would love to see it. But my see, and this is where I'm kind of like split, because I've got Reigns, okay, but this is what I'm thinking. If Reigns wins this, there is no brand supremacy. It's tied 3-3. If it goes the way that this is going, it's tied 3-3. We need a 7th match. We need a deciding match. So maybe there'll be another match put in there tonight, where they would have a deciding one to figure who would win. But right now it would set up as 3-3, and there'd really be no winner. But I got Reigns winning it. It said it's going to be a good match, and you can expect to see Usos and New Day not interfere, but become part of this match as well.
Well, I think about this. They have to do something on the kickoff, right? They haven't announced a kickoff match. What if they do what they did back in 2019, over the top rope battle royal as Raw and SmackDown? I could definitely see that happening, because you try and book everybody on the show just because, or what's left of your roster. Right. So I could probably see that happening. And if I were to pick a winner for that, it probably would be, because let's see here, which brand is more important to the networks? Which brand really needs the win? Well, needs a strong word. Which brand is going to win Survivor Series, even though the brand is relevant? That's the whole thing. Yeah. I think about that, and I think about, okay, SmackDown, bigger deal, Fox Network, USA Network, longer term deal, longest running weekly episodic television show in history. I still feel like they're going to give the edge to SmackDown because of one particular person, and that is your top merch seller and your top guy in the company, Roman Reigns. So if SmackDown wins the proposed battle royal on the kickoff and Roman Reigns wins here, SmackDown wins the night. That's the way I can see Survivor Series going down, because since Roman Reigns has become what he's become and what SmackDown now is being portrayed as, Raw has become the B show. That being said, Dr. Brad, your thoughts and expectations on this match. Who goes home with it at the end of Survivor Series as far as this match goes?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say that I have an amazing wife who had dinner ready for me when I walked home. She's out at church tonight. So I got to give a huge thank you to her, make sure I'm nice and warm. And these noodles in this soup must be giving me superpowers, because like I'm ready to like do a Superman punch, like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has been a great champion, and not only is he the best thing that WWE has right now, he's the best he's ever been. But if you really think about the talent that has been with the company the last few years, that's still there, that has managed to have a strong reaction from the crowd, Big E has come a long way. I remember the early days where he was a bodyguard for AJ Lee as Big E Langston. Yeah. Just your silent, no reaction kind of heel. Now, he's WWE champion. He's beloved by the crowd, and he's a member of the New Day, who's, according to WWE, is the greatest tag team of the last 25 years. So, I mean, Roman's going to take this match, but I think that, like Jeff said, it's going to be the best match of the night. I think it's going to be very, very physical. You got two big dudes that are going to go at it, and you're going to have some storytelling going on outside the ring. I don't see how this match can happen without having the Usos and the other members of the New Day, and then you throw Paul Heyman into the mix. Something's going to go down.
It has to. There's no way they end this show without something to keep us engaged in December, when you literally have nothing planned, it seems, for the month, period. Yep. So something has to go down. It has to. And when I say obliterate, I'm picking up Roman Reigns' words, because at the end of the day, Roman Reigns, what does he want to do? Smash him, stack him, leave him for dead, move on, win, show up and win. That's what he does.
Yep.
Yep.
NoDQGalaxy actually is not 100% on this, though, which I find very intriguing. There is a small portion, 28% out of a margin of 7, so probably like 1 or 2 people, that actually maybe want to see Big E win, but would Roman hand Big E a disqualification win? Because the only way you got Big E looking like he's going to beat Roman Reigns is if there's a ref bump, he hits the big ending, no one's there for the count. That's the closest moment I could see here. But in what I think could be the longest match of the night, most chaotic match of the night, with outside parties, including brand traders in the New Day, maybe coming out to protect their friend, who I'm sure, if there's no ref, Roman will take huge advantage of with the use of his family. Something big has to go down, as long as it's not a friggin' exploding ring rope. Anyway, I mean, hey, Big E, he could Irish rip Roman Reigns really hard in it. We've seen Braun Strowman do it at one point. Just saying.
Yep.
No weird gimmick, no lights go out, no bad ring structure, no goofy finish. Give me something that really, really cements not only Roman Reigns and his place at the head of the table, but Big E and his status quo in the WWE. Don't tell me you just gave him the WWE Championship as a prop. Because honestly, since the Universal Championship, the WWE Championship has become second best. Chris, it's Roman Reigns. You're wearing the shirt. We know how much you appreciate Big E. We all appreciate Big E, okay? Big E has been one of the most favorite things to listen and watch and see develop and flourish and finally become top-tier champion in all of the WWE. I say long over damn due. And I want to, of course, be showcased strongly and have great run, too. And we also know Seth Rollins is waiting for him as well. Your thoughts in this match, though, as far as what Roman does here, and what can we expect by the end?
Well, my thoughts is, yeah, I'm wearing a Roman Reigns shirt. In my first video, I wore a WrestleMania shirt for WrestleMania.
Yep.
SummerSlam, we're not talking about SummerSlam t-shirt. No.
I wonder why. But never mind. Continue.
But for this, Big E wants to hand Roman Reigns his first pinfall loss for nearly 2 years. We haven't seen anyone pin Roman for nearly 2 years. On the flip side, Roman Reigns wants to pin Big E for the first time ever since he became the new WWE Championship back in September. And you guys bring up good points. There's no pay-per-view in December, so you got to have us intrigued on, okay, what is going to be happening on the final month of 2021. And I'm going to say it, the whole world better start acknowledging Roman as the head of the table, as our tribal chief. Everybody's got to acknowledge Roman as the top. But I do have a gut feeling if this match is an opener, I could see Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. I have a gut feeling something big is going to happen on Sunday night. And did you guys watch the Jimmy Fallon show on Wednesday?
I heard. Talk about The Rock and the 25. I heard.
I got a gut feeling since this is the 25th anniversary of The Rock. I got a gut feeling that maybe tonight or tomorrow, WWE is going to fly The Rock into the Barclays Center in the Brooklyn. If this match does open, you want The Rock to come out at the very end of this match to give the crowd stun and have social media go off immediately. And you finally can set up a future match with The Rock and Roman Reigns. But if this is the main event, he can still come out the main event and have The Rock close out Survivor Series, having that stare down with Roman Reigns. And we might see Roman versus The Rock at WrestleMania. But the reports I'm hearing is WrestleMania is going to be a triple threat match for the Universal Championship with Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar. I have been hearing that we are going to get another triple threat match for the Universal Championship in Dallas.
Of course.
So for right now, Roman is going to win. And what I said about The Rock, it might happen this Sunday.
All right. Well, between Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, one of those three men is going to be challenging the head of the table, I feel like, either at or before WrestleMania. I think you're on point there. And as far as Big E, Seth Rollins, you got him next. I don't think you're taking this title off Big E yet. It would be the biggest mistake WWE's done in a long time when it comes to really showing how much you care about somebody that the WWE Universe gets behind. And maybe I'm just speaking like the teacher from Charlie Brown and just literally I'm just speaking provato. But as a fan and a conscious person with a mind, I'm just saying. But really, that's all there is as far as the Survivor Series goes. Again, it would not surprise me on SmackDown or Twitter. They had another match for the kickoff. It could be just, I feel like, a battle royale because at this point, what do? A gauntlet match for 30 minutes? They aren't going to do that. Elias is MIA. And as far as Nick Khan is there, who knows when we're going to have another purge. And again, thoughts will be said on that on another platform. I've already spoken my mind. At the end of the day, these are just people, good people at the most part, working to provide for themselves and their families in what they believe is their dream come true until it's taken away from you. And all the best to those that were recently released, including, of course, Hit Row and Tegan Knox, and the other ones, of course, that followed too, over 100 plus. I've lost count as well. But anyway, I've growled on enough. So, folks, let us know your predictions, comments, thoughts in the description down below. And come join the NoDQGalaxy Prediction League if you want. The link's also in the description down below. It's the second to last show of this year's NoDQGalaxy Predictions League. And then we got War Games. Sorry, not Regal impersonated, not Regal declared. We'll see what that brings to under NXT 2.0, which I've heard is something. And then I guess we'll see what happens on our way to day one in 2022. That's all I got to say about that. So, gentlemen, good job. Thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Let's go around, plug some stuff, and show people where they connect with us. Chris, always a pleasure. Sure. Where can people connect and find you?
Well, it's been a pleasure having to do another prediction video. Jeff, I'm deeply sorry that I can't be on the round table tomorrow because I have work from 12:45 to 9:15.
That's what happens sometimes. You got to do what you got to do to make that money.
But I will make it up to you whenever you have a next set of schedule. I could be on your round table again. I'll let you know. Where you guys can find me at is my Insta, CRots 2.0, my Facebook, Christopher Rots, my Snapchat, C_Rots17, my Twitter is uppercase C, uppercase R, lowercase OTZ24. That's I'm gonna plug. Just hit me up. I'm a nice, sweet guy. Just hit me up. We could talk about wrestling. We could talk about sports. We could talk about anything. We could talk about life, whatever. That's what I'm going to say. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to do this again for War Games.
Eagle would be proud. Always appreciate your energy and your hostiness, my friend. Thank you, and good luck to you. And again, folks, he is a proud member of the NoDQGalaxy. You could join the league next year, too. And Chris, you got a shot, but again, the endless Michael Wayne, he's looking to still secure his #1 spot. So good luck, brother.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, look at me.
I know. No, hold on. I'm number 2 in the WWE predictions, but before we go, I want to give a congratulations to Ashley Reynolds for winning the AEW Predictions League. I was 1 point away from tying her, but hey, life, it happens. But Ashley, I'm coming for you next year.
Hey, this boy's all about All Elite Wrestling. I like this. And again, folks, I do Predictions League not only for the WWE, but also for the 4 pay-per-views in AEW and the 4 pay-per-views of Impact Wrestling. So come join and open your mind to other worlds in all things wrestling too. Because at the end of the day, folks, I simply wish to encourage you to just enjoy life and enjoy wrestling. It's as simple as that. And that being said, Jeff Chadwick, what you got plug and promote and where can people connect and find you?
Well, first of all, I'm happy to know I'm 8th. I'll take that. I'm top 10, baby. Second of all, thank you. Second of all, you were talking about debuts at Survivor Series, right? Because you have you mentioned Roman Reigns, you mentioned The Rock. What if there's another one that happened to make an appearance that started at Survivor Series? I'm talking The Undertaker.
I mean, hey, he's already been talked about for WrestleMania next year, so.
Yeah. But I mean, it'd be nice to see him appear. That might not be a bad idea. Anyway.
Yeah, probably get a good pop. Continue.
Exactly. You can find me on Facebook under my name. Obviously, that's down here somewhere over here. And you can find me on Meltdown. Obviously, and we have a Twitter now. So yes, we are tweeting. It is Meltdown 316. We're slowly getting stuff on there. So just bear with us if you join us over there. Yeah, so you can contact me through any of those three, and let's talk some wrestling.
All right. Dr. Brad, again, man, always expect your wholesome spirit, your positive, open-minded outlook too. Where can people connect and find you? It's great to finally have you a part of the NoDQGalaxy predictions panel too. I know this will definitely be a thing more often going forward. What do you want to plug and promote?
Well, it's good to be home after a long day of work today.
Hear that.
So, it's, mentally a little drained. It's a long day. So do apologize that I'm not as energetic as I normally am on these podcasts, but hopefully the NoDQGalaxy will get to know me a little bit better in the future. I look forward to getting to know more than you. NoDQGalaxy. I know Aaron Rift, friends with him on Facebook. Seems like a great guy.
Good, wholesome, down to earth, humble dude.
Yeah. So anything that he wants to promote wrestling wise, I'm all for. I like his stuff, and of course I like what you do, Noah. Where can you find me? Well, tonight you can find me eating a well-balanced meal that my wife made for me because I'm cold and I'm tired and I'm hungry, and I don't mean to be rude, but man, I was not going to make it through tonight because I was freaking freezing.
I get it.
You can also find me on Twitter. I'm going to start using it a little bit more. It's B Campbell 511. So B as in boy, then my last name 511. And then you can also find me this Saturday. I make my premiere on the Deacon and Co. show, a Metallica podcast that was recorded this past Monday.
Nice.
The episode will be uploaded on Saturday. Deacon Guntherl, big Metallica fan, met him at Louder Than Life, has asked me to be a guest again at the beginning of the new year. So, you'll find me talking not just pro wrestling but some rock and roll. So could be doing some podcasts of my own. Come up with some sayings. I'm thinking he's a doc. He talks. Or he's a doc, he rocks, and he likes to talk. And this is Dr. Brad Campbell, Farm D, giving you your daily dose of rock and roll.
And professional wrestling. I like that a lot, man. Good luck in the podcast venture. Again, at the end of the day, it's just fun to be wholesome, be you, and something you're passionate about too. I wish you all the best. Great job, gentlemen. And again, folks, you can find all of us on those platforms. I'm going to get overlays here and figure out a way to put in the Twitter handles and all that stuff too. Again, I just am a basic, simple man who uses StreamYard for these live prediction platforms, welcoming in all wholesome gentlemen and members of the professional wrestling community too. If you want to know more about me, know this. I'm just a tired, simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. So follow me on Twitter at Foster1916 and hear me talk about all things wrestling. Shout out to my ATW family on Twitter. And again, you can also find this super YouTube channel, of course, look up in Foster 1916. We'll be back soon with another ATW view, me and my ATW crew, our own awards show discussing the greats in all things wrestling, men, female, tags, matches, promotions, bookers, and who knows what else too. But again, folks, I also will be, of course, working with the Jeff Meacham Network, where my professional wrestling picks this weekend will be focused primarily on Turning Point. So please, Tune into Jeff Meacham Network for live watch-along reactions as we look at Turning Point. And yes, the time's out of date. Watch. We'll probably start talking about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pacific time, as the countdown to Turning Point starts at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And based on my mood after church too, I might be with Jeff Meacham Network for live watch-along reactions for Survivor Series as well. But in case I'm not, it doesn't matter. Please go check out the Jeff Meacham Network and enjoy the conversation and talk in time with him. His coverage starts for that as well, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific too, and that is accurate Sunday night. As always, I'd like to close. There are no winners, there are no losers, there are no bears. They're just fans with no opinions for this passion we all share. So at the end of the day, folks, just enjoy life and enjoy wrestling, support one another, respect each other. It's as simple as that. With that being said, I thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Hit the bell, know this video goes on this channel. Subscribe button, help me keep growing this channel. And shout out to all 220 of you, I believe. This will be this fun YouTuber craze journey. It's not laying up anytime soon, especially from my new simple station and office area too, in my new abode. For Dr. Bradley Campbell, Farm D. For Christopher Rods and Jeff Chadwick, I am the simple man of NoDQ, and my name is Noah Foster. Reminding you, as always, take care and enjoy life. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure families and enjoy wrestling. And until our next video, which will be War Games. And who knows what else in between then, too, with Wrestle Kingdom and Hot Times and so much more coming up in professional wrestling, too. I think I will bid you on behalf of these gentlemen a fine adieu. Stay tuned for Steve Fall as well. I'll be back with them discussing, of course, Rampage after it concludes tonight, too. Put it up, gentlemen. Mark, we respect you. I love you, brother. Get back on this platform, too. And you definitely can expect more of the dot going forward as well. Goodbye, good night. Enjoy SmackDown Live, should you choose. And as always, just enjoy life. Thank you.